Welcome to our first top 5 countdown. Today we will list what we at Infar consider the top 5 films that were directed by Ridley Scott, the well-known and legendary director who was supposed to have worked on the highly popular sci-fi TV series Doctor Who. Our top 5s are not based on popular opinion. They are based on the quality of the production, the story, the performances, action set pieces. That's the film as a whole. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5, Gladiator from 2000. Yes, it's true. While this film is the most popular film on this list, it is very well made, it is the weakest film according to our criteria. It tells the story of General Maximus Decimus Meridius, a citizen of the Roman Empire, but originally from Spain. Events transpire that puts Maximus into slavery after his family had been murdered by the new Roman emperor. From that moment on, our protagonist is focused on avenging the death of those he truly loves. Gladiator is a very good film, which is why it has made the top 5 list. However, it is an uprated revenge drama that is touted as an epic that is well made, but it isn't outstanding. It is very good, but far from Scott's best. But good news, Gladiator 2 is in the works and will be released soon. Number 4, Alien from 1979. This film mixes the genres of horror, drama, and science fiction, and as the characters find themselves in a fight for their lives in a very confined space, imagine being out in space where your ship has been invaded by an alien race that needs your body as a host for the 5 stages of life for its children. And when the larvae gets old enough, it bursts out of your chest, killing you instantly. While the acting performances may not be on par with Gladiator at times, but they do illustrate the turmoil and desperation and fear felt by the crew of that ship that was probably named after Nostradamus. It is a film that frightens, excites, and plants you firmly on the edge of your seats. It captured the imagination of so many people that it spawned a long list of sequels that were mostly hit or miss. Number 3, Blackhawk Down from 2000. The war drama that was inspired by the novel, which in turn was inspired by the actual events of U.S. forces during the Somali Civil War. It has an all-star cast that takes us, the audience, through an extremely intense film that has been well laid out and staged. The action set pieces, the dialogue, the philosophical words of wisdom, and the sheer brutality of war and what war does to the human body is dropped onto our laps. For some, its realism was too hard to watch, and some of the audience was brought to tears. Ridley Scott truly captured what urban warfare could be like for civilians and soldiers alike in such city constraints. The human body is such like a tissue paper. 2. Body of Lies from 2008. Scott worked with Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe, who is from New Zealand and not from Australia as it happens. This is a spy thriller that keeps you guessing and nervous about the high stakes of the various situations that arrive. Situations that you won't see coming. DiCaprio plays CIA officer Roger Ferris, working under his boss, who seemingly is okay with the idea of his subordinates being expendable. We cannot say too much more about this film without spoiling it for you. All we can say is that it is very well made, and the film expounds the boundaries of what a spy film is. This is also part of the later period of which we consider peak Ridley Scott. After this film, his quality of work has decreased. And at number 1, Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut from 2005. We must stress that it is the director's cut of this film that is the best film that Scott has ever made. It is peak Scott, and his art has never been better than anything he did before or after this film. This film reinserts 45 minutes of what was removed from the theatrical release. It is a story of redemption, of sorrow, of greed, hate, love, and historical events. The set design, the dialogue, the performances, and the action set pieces, everything is stellar. The siege of Jerusalem, which was depicted in this film, actually took place in the year 1187 AD, and it was the best depicted medieval battle in the history of film. It showed the devastation of what was called the trebuchet, which we all know is a very effective siege engine, and the film also depicted the madness of the Battle of Carrick. This is the best film of Ridley Scott's long career, and had he used its template to make Napoleon, then, and only then, would it have been almost as good as the Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut. Please remember to like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell for updates to your devices.